Aloha. Wonderful job today, brother. Let's do a little quick thing on tuning. We're going to get to our new chord today, and then we're going to practice a little technique on rhythm style. All right? So what we do is we find this high G. I would tune off a piano, tune off a tuner, but once you have your high G, you can get your other G. Make sure that these two are in unison, or at least an octave. You can play the 5th fret on the D string, the lowest string, and that gives you that same G. So if you put your finger there and play the G, 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 and all three are in tune, then you're in tune. The next thing I do is I take my finger and I go to the 4th fret on that G string and play it, which gives me a B, and then I get that with my next string open to see if we're in tune. All right, and then I go to my 3rd to get that B string, B, C, C sharp, D. And when I hit that D, it gives me my top D string note. Ta-da! Now it just so happens that our tuning technique happens to lay out our G major chord in our first inversion, or second inversion. All right? So what we're going to do is we're going to explain this chord today, and I'm going to put a little bit more into it. Our chord from last week was G major, which has a G, a B, and a D. And when we play those together, it makes a G major, 1, 3, 5. So what we're going to do today is take our first finger and go to the 3rd fret on the B string. So B, C sharp, B, C, C sharp, D. Our D. 2nd finger is going to go on the 4th fret, a string below on the G string to give us a B note. And then our 3rd finger is going to go on the 5th fret on the lowest string, the D string. And that's going to give us a 1, 3, 5. Now this last one, because our fingers here, we're going to put it up top here and make bookends, because both of those are D strings. So when we play both of our D strings, we get 2 G notes. One up on the 5th fret on the high end, and one down low on the 5th fret for the low G. That, my friend, is a G major. It's in your book, we wrote it down. The other one that we're going to do, besides the G major open, G major at the 3rd fret, is we're going to play a G major at the 7th fret. It's going to look exactly like the one that was at the 3rd fret, except for we're going to switch these 2 fingers, which means our bookends, they're still going to stay the same. Down here, they were playing 2 Gs. Up here, G, G sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, G, G sharp, A, B flat, B. So now I've got my 2 Bs up here. When I take these 2 fingers that we're doing bink, bink, and I switch them, so which means this finger is going to go down to the G string, and the finger that was on the G string is going to come up to the B string. Keeping our bookends, I still get a G. G down here, G right here, and G up here. Those are our 3 types. I'm also going to zoom in here. Oh, I can't. I'll just make it closer to me. And make sure that you're seeing my actual fingers. So here's the G major open. 3rd finger. 3rd fret. Boop. G major. And then I'm going to take this whole thing and slide it up here to this 3rd dot. 1, 2, and 3. So my first finger is going to be on this right here. 2nd finger is going to be right here. 3rd finger is going to be on the G. The D, and then 4th finger on the D as well, giving these 2 the bookends for the Bs and getting the Gs. So this is a D note, a B note, and then the Gs. And that. So work on those 3 types of chords. Work on the open chord, work on the 3rd fret chord, and then work at the 7th fret chord. Next week, what I'm going to show you is when I take this chord and I walk it down, I get a very important chord. G major, F sharp, F, E major. E major is the backbone of lots of music. So when we do this, we're going to find that when we move down different chords, they make other different chords. And I can't wait till we get our aha moment together, but it's right around the corner. What I would like you to do that we did not discuss this week is I want you to start one of these types of sections of rolls to get familiar with where your fingers are going to be. So what I'd like you to do is find yourself on the G string with your thumb and play it once. With the B string, with your first finger, play it once. And then with your middle finger, play that high D string. All we're going to have is... Cool? What I'd like you to do is play your new chord, G, like that, all 3 ways. Playing that low D string when you get through this, but if you keep your fingers on these chords and play the last 3 strings. So we're going to call them for our string value name. 3rd string, 2nd string, 1st string. 3rd, 2nd, 1st, 3, 2, 1. G major, G major, G major. Those are all 3 ways to play your G using this kind of thing. When you start off, go slow. Thumb, pointer, middle, thumb, pointer, middle, thumb, pointer, middle, thumb, pointer, middle. You're going to want to slowly make them a little fast. If you can get it up to this speed, that would be amazing. 1, 2, 3, boom, 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 boom. However, this speed is absolutely acceptable. The end result is we end up speeding this up so we can get it going like a... It goes really fast. Try that this week, and I will see you next week. Great job today. Aloha.